how to hit the 99 Corey Kluber that you see in Diamond Dynasty almost every single game at one point or another. Corey Kluber. Look at those stats, baby. 109 stamina, 103 hit through 9, 105 K through 9, 95 base on balls through 9, controls 87, velos 86, break is 99. All these great, the best, unanimously speaking, best pitcher in the game at the moment. Obviously, everyone's got innings with him. I have 372 innings pitched with him, 45-12 record, 4.55 ERA. In the grand scheme of ranked seasons, not that bad. Sinker, slurve, cutter, four-seam changeup. That is the issue with this dude. He throws sinkers as a primary, which is insane. Sinker and cutter combination is the reason why he is so good, with a mix-in of the slurve and an occasional changeup or four-seam. But I usually just abuse the fuck out of those three pitches because sinker, really fast at certain points. It can get up to 95. 96 I've even seen a couple of times with tons of break. The cutter is slow in comparison and it breaks a ton, moves a lot. The slurve sometimes has a quick break, sometimes it's a long break. He's just really good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop into, let's see, standings. We're gonna hop right into ranked seasons, and the top guy. We're gonna play as the away team. It's gonna be an extra innings game offline against this guy's team. His number one's Corey Kluber. I've checked this. As long as he hasn't changed it, I'm gonna go through 3 batters and show you my thought process, explain what I do when I hit against Corey Kluber, and then show you 2 different clips from live ranked games. I'm gonna show you 2 clips from live ranked games where I have had success versus Kluber on 2 different pitches with 2 of the most common used hitters. So first and foremost, PCI. Just before I get into it, I keep it rotating. I'll just show you. I keep it rotating like this. Keep it moving. Remind you that you have to be fluid with the PCI. And then this is the whole point. You follow it, and then once the pitch, he starts getting in his windup, I keep it more like a smaller circle. And you watch for that pitch there, the slurve. It allows you, this kind of fluid motion allows you to track the slurve in that way and be fluid when tracking the sinker, which has a tight break like that, or the cutter that kind of drifts over. It drifts up and in. They usually go up and in or down and into lefties. Boom. That's what you do. I missed it horribly with Mantle. Okay? We won't gonna talk about that. But it's a home run. PCI wasn't exactly what I wanted because that's the issue with Kluber. So you saw the pitch, just to replay the pitch. Why he's so effective sometimes is that he's got 2 different fastball variants, cutter and sinker, his main fastball pitches that break in 2 different directions. And sometimes if he's throwing the sinker to inside to a lefty, it almost reads as a cutter off the start. You don't know it's going to break back. It's tough to tell from this angle. It breaks right about here. Like, watch. Right here. Change his track a little bit. Now it's breaking away. It's tough to tell on the replay. You see it more when you're hitting it, but if you go real slow, it breaks right here. It starts to decide when it's going to start moving away. And I hit it. But that same pitch, if it was a cutter, it would tail in, and I would either be early on it, which is generally what happens, or it would miss my bat entirely. The key with the sinker, especially when now it's a righty, is you gotta be ready to flick down and in or up and in. And that's the other thing too. Most times when Kluber starts against Biggio, is they go up and away with the cutter, down and away with the cutter, trying to get you to roll over on it because it's drastically slower than the sinker. I'll show you what I'm talking about if he throws the cutter. No, he threw the slurve. And see the circular motion that I had going with Craig Biggio? It allowed me to simulate the slurve motion and get used to that type of PCI movement. Perfect example of that right there. Now last batter. See if he throws a cutter here. Up and in might be the move. Down and in. Okay, see? Now I'm early. Now my PCI tracking was decent there. Would have been a bomb otherwise. But you see the difficulty in tracking a cutter like that? Now it's inside. Take the base, I guess. Why not? All right. Follow the movement. See, that's another thing. I tracked it decently well. I just didn't get good success. It was also a ball. Kind of missed it. But you see what I'm talking about? This movement allows me to be able to be fluid with my PCI and then flick down and right now it would be down and in for a sinker, but for lefties to be down and away. Cutter up and in. The righty is risky because it might blow right over the middle of the plate, but it could also work if you spot it well. That's where the sinker is going to go mostly to right-handed hitters. Very hard to hit. It breaks very quickly. Even though it says 92 miles an hour, it feels like 100 sometimes. I'm gonna finish the inning out, might as well, or at least give you Reggie. Cutter down and in. So you have to almost track the cutter like this. If it's down and you gotta kind of just like that. That one I missed it by a little bit, but it's all about recognizing the sinker and the cutter differentiation as soon as possible. Now I'm gonna cut to those 2 clips of me in ranked games having in-game success against Kluber with really, really good tracking against a sinker and a changeup.